Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a full face first impressions for you. It's going to be all high end, so if you don't like high end makeup then you're not going to like this video, but I am going to be doing a full face first impressions of drugstore makeup, so it will be in the eye up here once I've uploaded it. I don't know if I'm going to be uploading that one first or this one, so stay tuned for that. I'll get straight into it because it's going to be a long video, so make sure to subscribe and like this video if you enjoy, and yeah, enjoy. So, yes, I am in my onesie, but I got it for Christmas, so I thought I'd wear it, and it's just so cozy, and yeah. If I sound a bit bunged up, it's because I've been ill since Christmas. Okay, so this is, as you can see by the title, it's the first impression, full face first impression, and I am so excited because it's all high-end makeup. If you're not a fan of high-end makeup, then don't know why you're watching this, but I love experimenting with different makeup, if it's drugstore, high-end, whatever. So yes, we shall get into it. So if you didn't see my haul, it's going to be up before this video because that makes a bit more sense. Everything in that haul, I'm going to put on my face now, apart from a few things, which are things I've already had or I didn't have for the full face, like concealer and my eyebrows. Anyway. And then a few things from the haul I'm not using because I've bought a few liquid lipsticks or stuff like that. I've moisturised my face with my usual simple light moisturiser. My skin is so bad at the moment, it's so red and dry. Okay, so the first primer I've bought is the... should have taken everything out of the packaging. Oh well. I bought the Step 1 smoothing primer, just looks like this. I bought the mini one because I wanted to try out a few of them, and they're like £20 for the bigger version, and this was £10 I believe, I'm not sure. Ooh, it looks like the Professional by Benefit. I'm just going to put this on the centre of my face and pat that in. It smells really nice. That scent reminds me of holiday. Don't know why. It was really silicone texture, exactly like the Professional from Benefit. Okay, so next I have the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. This smells amazing. It smells like coconuts, and I wanted to use this because my skin is really dry at the moment, even though I have oily combo skin. But I believe it's because of the weather, and oh my god, this is so refreshing on my skin. Yeah, because of the dry weather at the moment, I've gained dry skin. I don't know if it's just because of just gonna stay in these months, or it's gonna stay with me for life. I'm not sure, but I still get a little bit of oily T-zone. Okay, so next I have the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream in the shade Buff. This is apparently a really thick foundation, so we shall see. But then I'm going to mix in some of these drops. I got the travel size because I wanted to test it out before I spent £50. I got the Fasali Rose Gold Elixir Drops. I have used these before because I really wanted to test them out, and the smell of this oil is amazing. So I just drop about 1 to 2 drops in my foundation, depending on the consistency of the foundation. So I did 2 pumps of the foundation, and then because it's quite a thick consistency, as you can see, this foundation is quite yellow toned, but that's fine. I'm just going to drop 2 drops into that. Try not to get everywhere. And then mix it in to the foundation. And then apply it to my face. It doesn't really match the eyes because the eyes are warm tones and this is quite a browny, cool shade, but oh well. I really wanted to try this out, so this is the only shade I have as well, so I like to live life on the edge, you know? Okay, so the last thing to do is just to set my face again, so I'm going to use the Glam Glow. I think my mist goes, like, sprays that way, even though it's in front of my face. Not really sure, but that is everything. So I'll do a little rundown. Hands down, I have a few favourites out of all these. Definitely this Hoola by Benefit contour stick, amazing, so easy to blend, and also the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Love it because it's matte. I like a matte bronzer, and this is great for mixing in with foundation or before makeup or at night if you've got dry skin or whatever. This was also amazing for a really dramatic highlight. Love it. I also loved the primer because it's really hydrating for if you have if you have dry skin like I do at the moment. It's really hydrating and nourishing. I liked the foundation. I need to give this another go because obviously a foundation, you need to wear it a little bit more to know if you actually do like it, to know like the wear test and stuff like that. But it is looking nice at the moment, apart from my nose. My nose is a little bit, but it's just the weather, it's just what it's, my skin basically. This primer was really nice. I will use it again to test it again, like I said, like foundation, but it was a nice smoothing formula. Powder, again, I'll have to try this out more, so you'll see all these products in videos to see my opinion on it later in date, but it was nice and finely milled. It didn't leave any dry patches under my eyes, which was great, and it was nice for setting the whole face too. And then the mist, the setting spray, I liked it, but I think it was going the wrong way, so it wasn't really going on my face properly. So again, I'll have to test this out again. It smells really nice though, so that's a bonus. Looks like it's gone down quite a lot. The eyeshadow palette blended really nicely, but I would use this again definitely if I want a warm eyeshadow look. And then finally the lip products. I think it's drying down now and it's still like nice and it moves on your mouth. The lip liner was really creamy, but the only thing with really creamy liners, they can like go down quite a lot, so I'm going to be wary about that. And I'm only going to line my lips, and the colour was really nice. Then the Dose of Colour matte liquid lipstick is really nice. Obviously the shade isn't too good with this eyeshade colour, but I love the colour. It's my type of colour, and it's drying down and it feels still really comfortable on the lips. So I will test that out again for like a whole day and let you guys know. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I love doing full face of first impressions, so like this if you enjoyed it and you want to see more full face first impressions by me. I'm going to be doing a drugstore one because I got quite a lot of new drugstore makeup, so make sure you subscribe to see that. And yeah, I love you to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next one.